I'm going to yield to the gentle lady from Arizona, my colleague, longtime friend, Representative Debbie Lesko.
Thank you, Mr. Biggs. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Lawlessness has broken out across our nation. It is absolutely outrageous, and it has to be stopped. Mobs are taking over parts of the city of Seattle. They took over a police precinct. Just last Saturday, people were shot and one man was killed. Criminals are looting stores and businesses all over the nation, including in Arizona, in the upscale Scottsdale Fashion Square. Protesters are throwing bricks at police officers. They're throwing water bottles at police officers. And I've seen them shine flashlights right up close into the police officers' eyes and call them all kinds of names. Rioters are burning the flags, the American flag, and the Lincoln Memorial and World War II Memorial have been defaced. A few days ago, Saint Sarah, the patron of peace, was torn down in San Francisco. Francis Key Scott statue was torn down. The statue of Ulysses Grant, who was the general for the Union, was torn down by thugs in San Francisco. And then we saw the other night how they were trying so hard, these criminals, to tear down the statue in Lafayette Park. And they almost had it torn down if it wasn't for the Trump administration sending in the National Guard to stop. And you know what they wrote and spray painted on that statue, that federal statue? Killer scum. Does any of this show tribute to George Floyd? No. Does any of this help? Absolutely not. And now, I was really surprised to see that one of our colleagues, Congresswoman Norton, who's a non-voting member but represents Washington, D.C., has introduced legislation to have a statue of Abraham Lincoln taken down, a statue that was funded by the freed slaves. What has our country come to? We need to return to a semblance of civility in our country. And so that's why I call on Democrat-run cities to clamp down on these criminals. No more autonomous zones, no more looting, no more destructing statutes. Let's bring back law and order. And that's why I stand with President Trump in his calls to arrest and prosecute criminals, and let's stop the lawlessness. Let's try to heal our country. And with that, Mr. Biggs, I yield back.